Well, you've got me in a different spot today. I'm doing a little bit of the cross stitch. It's not perfect, but I'm having a go. It's something that I don't normally do. I do embroider and I do crocheting and knitting. I don't really follow patterns or anything. I do it more for pleasure and just to keep my hands going as well. I find it good, and I found it very therapeutic because it's very calming, and that's what I like about it. You know, when you rush around with things or you need a little bit of time to slow, I think this is a good thing. Just trying to pull that through. Talking and doing this, not always a good thing. Like I say, this is something that I don't really do cross stitch, but I am enjoying it. I'm in a different place. I don't usually sit here. I'm sat in my husband's chair because you get more light being next to the window. But you can still see me, can't you? And still see what I'm doing. So I thought I'd sit here and it would make it a lot easier for me. I've got some different earrings on. They're little teapots with the little dormouse in, off of Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland. I can remember going to see it in the 60s when I was just a little girl, and I went to the local cinema that was probably a couple of miles away from the village I lived in, and it was absolutely lovely. A lot of the cinemas, they used to have the seats that folded up, like in a red velvet, and then there'd be like velvet curtains, usually red, with gold tassels on. You know, they look quite grand. So it was lovely to go and see different things. I remember going to see Cinderella. I also remember going to see Winnie the Pooh, The Blustery Day, and was it 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea? That was another one that I remember going to see there. Cinderella, I think that was another one, and it was so special. And they used to have a break in the middle, and you know, an interlude. It's funnily enough, that's what our first boat was called. But they used to have an interlude where there used to be usually a lady that was the usherette, and she'd have like a thick band of ribbon hung from her neck with a tray of ice creams. So you could go and buy ice cream, go back to your seat. You'd probably just have enough time to settle yourself back down for the second half. And I know it used to have adverts on for local companies as well. So it was so funny to see on the big screen familiar companies that were around you, you know, because for us there was a car garage. It was called Elsa's, and I remember seeing adverts on the cinema for places like that. And I can remember going to Elsa's when it first opened. They had a really big open day, and there was somebody called Simon D, who was very famous in the 60s. He was a celebrity, and he came to open it, so that was quite funny. And at Elsa's they used to sell a lot of really lovely cars, like Lotus. I think they used to sell the Lotus Elan and things like that. They were beautiful. I do think that the old sports cars were much nicer than the ones that they have now. One of my favourite sports cars was a Scimitar, and they were actually made out of fiberglass. I absolutely loved the shape of them, and I did get a chance to go for a drive in one because my boss had got one. So I can remember going for a ride out in that, and you felt so low down. You almost felt like you were just skimming the road, you know, and because you were low down, it felt like you were going faster. So it was lovely, that was. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this. I don't want to just sit here with my head bowed whilst I'm doing it, you know, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. But I hope you're all right. It's lovely and sunny, but it's quite cold here at the moment, so I thought I'd just do something that isn't racing about like I've been doing just lately. Just a little bit of calming time, and I think that's what we all need, don't we? Thanks for popping by, and thank you for new subscribers. It's lovely, and also my older subscribers. It's lovely to see your comments. It's fantastic, it really is. And some of the memories that some of you have put in the comments as well, that you've had of different things. I really do love that. As you know, social history. It's social history, craft work, cooking and gardening and family. That's me in a nutshell. Right, lots of love everybody. Bye.